But good evening, mortals. Hello, everyone. Hi. Say hi, everyone.
Binge.
Hello.
Hacky, get out of my chat. Stop benching
No.
in my chat.
I have to binge every chat. It's my thing.
Oh my god. Hello, everyone. We're playing D&D. I'm joined by good friends Aki, who has already benched. Not gonna bench again.
I've already binged. You just said that.
Okay, Aki, I get it. You don't need to bench twice. I'm also joined by close friend Keb.
There's a refractory period on benching, Jordan.
We're just gonna move past that. I'm joined by Mr. Crown, Sir Crown.
Hello.
Just and of course, as always, I'm joined by Mr. Thorn, hitting it up in chat, and good close friend Howard. Howard.
How am I sounding right now?
Yay! Good.
You're sounding pretty okay.
A bit
Yay.
far away now.
That's the best I like. That's what I strive for. Pretty okay.
I mean,
Oh, you're knocking it out of the park in the pretty okay
Like,
scale, buddy.
if I had a CV, it would just be pretty okay.
CV
in
adequate.
comic- Like in
Cover letter,
big
check out
bold-
his CV.
yeah, in big bold Comic Sans font. Pretty okay.
So just so you guys know, the last few days have been doing different things with my volume, and it seems to be working. Chat seems to like it, but also I am very concerned because it looks to me like the speakers keep getting blown out, and it's giving me PTSD.
On a quick sidebar for everybody, I've already told you, Jord, but GameStop actually has recreations of all of the special D&D rings, like the Ring of Spell Storing.
Oh.
What?
This stream is not sponsored, just big fans.
Yeah.
While we're on it, I'm also not sponsored by Final Fantasy XIV. Go play that fucking game. Aki definitely wasn't, just while also doing mic checks for this.
No. Silly. Terrible.
Oh god. Alright guys, how's everyone feeling tonight?
Good. Ready to discuss the moral ramifications of human trafficking to stop a despot.
Yeah, this is going to be a wild session.
I think you've gotten past that point. You've already human trafficked.
Golems aren't people.
Wow.
Yeah, just
wow,
go
man.
there.
Holy shit.
I mean,
guy, I'm sorry, chat. I didn't know he was like
okay.
this. I'll talk to him about it. This is not who I am.
To be fair, Emerald, that golem was several people.
Also, that golem was the perfect example of you should smile more, and you just made it weird. You are the one who made that weird.
Out of curiosity, is it human trafficking if you're trafficking corpses?
No, then it becomes oh fuck, what's that called? It's when you take something.
Tampering with a corpse.
It is tampering with the corpse, but when you take something illegal over the border, smuggling. It's smuggling.
Okay,
it's
so-
rude. It's what it fucking is.
We've done a lot of that because we brought a bunch of corpses across Barovia.
Yeah, you guys.
That and
Hey, chicken.
what else have we done?
A whole bunch of bad things. Oh, which reminds me, you've also done one good thing. So, I was reminded by Howard over our break period over the last week that you guys had done a genuinely good act.
We did one.
We interrupted someone's swimming lessons. I don't know how good that is.
You know what? Fair point, Keb. Never mind. I was going to give you a point of good, but
Shut
you're
up.
right.
Kev, shut up.
We've done multiple. We've done a couple of genuinely.
Yeah,
good
we've done
acts.
some pretty good things.
Name 3.
Okay. Saved a drowning person.
we
Defeated the
quit-
druids who were summoning a giant straw tree.
We
That
saved the
wasn't
winery.
necessarily good. You
We
didn't
brought
save the
joy
winery.
to all Barovia by
How did we
giving
not?
them alcohol.
You guys just killed the thing that was attacking them which you would have done anyway.
That's still a genuinely good thing. We made allies from that. That was a positive effect on their life.
I don't know that murder could be considered an act.
I feel like
I'll have to think about that one. That one I'll think about. But I will give you credit, absolutely, for interrupting the swimming lessons, because you're right. Howard brought it up. He's like, "Hey, wasn't this a good act?" And I was like, "Yeah, it was." So everyone can move one step more good than they are now.
Didn't we not? We didn't murder those barbarians in the temple too.
That is true. I will mention, however, that I didn't kill him is not exactly a good act.
Hey, this is Curse of Strahd. Like, that's the best we can hope for.
No, actually, you can do better. In the immortal words of my favorite Exalt, you can be better. I feel like no one's going to get that reference except possibly Aki.
In the words of my favorite Exalt, Huggy.
Aki, are you your favorite Exalt?
Yes.
I love that for you.
Blackthorn says a hero should smile. Just to make everyone in here cry. Oh, God. All right. Ooh. No, we're going to have feelings in D&D today. How many
points do I need to spend to kill Blackthorn in real life?
7.
There's no option for 7 points.
Well, we'll figure it out. I'll set it up after stream. Oh, that's something I forgot. 1 second here. Get rid of this. Remind me to get my mods access to my fucking creator dashboard, because it's annoying to have to fix things on my own. So, guys, welcome back to Big, good, legally distinguishable from any current product on the market, Alp of Strahd. We're going to be playing... you guys had just reached the village of Barovia, had you not? And you had spoken with someone. Do you guys remember this?
We spoke with Mad Mary, and then we went to the tavern after talking to other people.
We talked to somebody, the lesser, who informed us that some chick needed to be escorted to Villaki because he thinks it's safe there. And I talked to a shopkeep that has obscene prices.
That does sound like adjacent to correct, so I'll say close enough.
We got the description of this guy's sister, who Strahd has an interest in, and she sounds like his wife.
It was never his wife.
Not his wife, his long-lost love.
I will point out, this is Curse of Strahd, so adjacent to correct is probably the best we can hope for most of the time.
I mean, the best we can hope for is exactly the feeling of Curse of Strahd.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Well, on that note, then, he gives you the description of his sister, and oh no, I think she entered the room, didn't she?
No.
No, he said he was going to escort us to his house or something, or the Burgomaster's mansion. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, he is headed on the way, and he reveals to you that she looks exactly like Strahd describes her in loving and repeated detail over and over and over throughout his journal. Anyone stop dead in their tracks?
Yeah.
Okay.
The way you are describing her sounds familiar. If anyone else
that sounds about right, chicken.
wants to
Fucking
add
cities.
these.
He turns and looks at you guys and says, it's this way. Is everything all right?
Yeah. Just discussing something further from something back. Way back when.
Way back when.
He nods slowly and says, do you need some space for a moment, or?
And Howard looks kind of visibly distraught, but yeah, you're not sure what for. And he says, no, I can continue on.
He nods. All right, well, it's this way. And he leads you to... Give me 1 second to look up the fucking thing. He leads you. Where the fuck? This map isn't laid out super. Okay, here it is. Bang! You guys see it? Right here? There's one.
Yeah, the big house.
Big house. So, as you approach, you see a weary-looking mansion that squats behind a rusting iron fence. The iron gates are twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside, while the left swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering squeal and clang of the gate repeats with mindless precision. Weeds choke the grounds and press with menace upon the house itself. Yet against the walls, the growth has been tramped down to create a path all about the domain. Heavy claw markings have stripped the once beautiful finish of the walls. Great black marks tells of fires that have assailed the mansion. Not a pane nor a shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows are barred with planks, each one marked with the stains of evil omen.
Wait, okay, so you said the mansion is squatting. Like, is it wearing track pants?
Keb is struck with lightning.
His name is Ilya
Not Candle.
Ilyanovich,
Specifically Keb.
and he's wearing Adidas track pants.
Keb, I'm going to need you to take 1d6 lightning damage.
In real life?
IRL, yes. So if you could stick a fork in a socket, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Chat, do not stick a fork in a socket.
Toasters are okay.
No. Toaster swim time is only for adults who know exactly what they're
Chat, I promise you.
It's called a bath bomb.
doing. Oh my
I
god!
promise.
Oh my god!
There's
Wait,
a reason
used plastic
why
surgery.
all of my humor is in void humor.
Oh god.
Oh Jesus Christ! Okay, just
I
to be
promise
clear,
you, chat.
chat, if you were thinking about sticking electrical things with metal or into water, don't do that. And if you really want to, please reach out to someone who can help you because that's very serious.
Nothing
Excuse
will
our
happen.
humor. It's just a joke.
It'll be
None of us
fine.
are going to go swimming with toasters anytime soon. Because
Although-
despite his knowledge, the little toaster that can just doesn't fucking put out, if you know what I mean.
I did use a fork in a socket, like, just a moment ago, but it was a plastic one, and I'm fine, so I think I'm immune to electrical damage.
That sounds about right, yeah. Anyway, Keb, don't go into any subways to test that out because, you don't need to. You've already proven it.
Oh, I'm not going to go into a subway during a pandemic. I get it delivered.
Yeah, it's a sandwich. Why would you want to go into a store to get it?
Oh, the Burger Master's house.
My brain.
This is my first game.
We've been here for 10 minutes.
Alright, so Jordan takes 1d4 psychic damage.
10 more minutes.
Jordan says, Jordan takes 1d4 psychic damage could also be the splash screen of this game because it's what this game is.
Jordan takes 1d4 psychic damage. Toist.
What?
Toist. Title of your sex tape. Hey, look, he's doing it right now.
Oh, yeah.
He is doing it right now.
Fucking
You can
God.
hear his brain firing.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, chat says rocks fall you die, and they paid real money for it, so you guys are all dead. Sorry. Try again.
Evasion.
Oh, no, these rocks also have evasion.
That's not how that works.
It is exactly how that works. Anyway. Oh, chat, please let me know if any of the audio's fucked. I'm still doing that weird thing that I've been doing. Anyway, so you approach the Burgomaster's mansion, and you see Ismark walks up to the front door, looks around, and looks back at you guys. As you approach, anyone with more than 11 passive perception, you see that there are trampled weeds all around the mansion and scores of wolf prints and human footprints around the outside.
I will gesture to that and look at Ismark and say, "What are these?"
He looks back and says, the minions of the beast. Now, come, please. He goes up to the front door, knocks twice, waits, knocks twice, waits, knocks once, waits, and then kicks the door with his foot.
Can I memorize that?
Sure, intelligence check, please.
Oh god.
I also want. Wait, no. I'm gonna help Grim memorize that. I'm gonna cast guidance on Grim. I do the thing where I say "ka-chow" and you get a D4.
So this
Okay.
house is boarded up, like securely.
Heavily, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, okay, that adds up. I would like to give Grim advantage.
Why do you have 2 plus 2s for this, Grim?
Yeah, I don't know.
Click the intelligence thing.
Well, an intelligence check, you should get a 2 for it, but why would you get a second 2?
Do you have any magical items that give you +2 outside of your modifier?
Or a bard trait.
Yeah, that could be it.
Oh, Jack of all trades, maybe? Add half
Yeah.
your
Yep.
proficiency
Yep.
bonus.
Jack
Yeah.
of all trades.
Yeah.
Jack of all trades.
God, that's so good.
Oh, God.
That's
All right.
insane. Holy shit.
I love Grim's character mechanically and like RP wise. Grim is very good. You did
All
great.
right.
Grim is a small bean who can do anything better than you. Yes, she can.
Grim,
Yes,
would
you
you like to intelligently describe how you'd memorize that?
I was just going to say, with a 16, she passes.
Oh, poo. Well, that's a 14, isn't it?
No, actually, it's an 18. My bad.
What?
Ka-chow, buddy.
Guidance.
Oh, ka-chow. Yeah. My bad.
At any rate, Grim, you memorize the pattern. After a moment, you hear several locks being opened, and the door inches open just a crack. Ismark sticks his face visibly into the view of the crack, and the door opens a little more. He slips inside, trying not to open the door as much as possible. He waves you guys in.
Before I step in, I'm gonna look at him and say, "Do you want us to leave our steel outside?"
He says, "No, please keep it with you. Now, come quickly."
I open the door widely for myself on the way in.
Oh my god.
All right, there went Candle's good boy point.
Hey, Candle, what's your wisdom score?
18.
So, you doing this is explicitly trying to make them uncomfortable because you're very aware that they are doing this for a reason. Do you still want to take this action?
No.
Okay. In that case, do you squeeze through like everyone else?
I'm very big, so I try my best.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
I slip through the door and I assist Candle and like,
You just pick
maybe
Candle up
widen.
and like shove him through the door. It's like as he drags across
Ow.
the door jamb. And yeah, I just realized with my increased audio quality, that was probably a dick move.
Actually, Grim, you could literally lift Candle and like hold him like sideways, and he could
Yeah.
easily fit him back.
So the next time we need to break into Castle Ravenloft, I just use you as a battering ram.
Yeah, I'm down.
And then I just need to make sure at least 1 foot is on the ground so you can like cast healing spells back on yourself, and then we can try it again. And then eventually the door will break down.
So you all sneak in. And once you get inside, you see a beautiful woman. Specifically, this woman. Armed and ready for battle.
Jordan, can you take a look at my flaw, please?
Oh shit.
Not what you expected, huh? And Grim, yeah, let me check your flaw.
Yeah, it's
Oh
it's,
no.
It's
What does sucre mean? Hey, good to
Sugar.
see you, Nick.
in French.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm Canadian. I only speak English and whatever.
And what, Jordan?
What was that other language we got taught in school? Nihongo.
French.
Nihongo ga dakimasen.
Watashi wa den wa desu.
Stop, please. My brain.
1d4
poor
psychic
fucking-
damage.
Chat, she just said, I am the phone.
Yeah. Anyways.
I said I don't speak Japanese, which was very funny to me. Anyway, and only me. So when you come in, she has her sword up, and Ismark says they're fine. They're not with him. And she lowers the sword only slightly. As you walk inside, give me one moment here. Bum, 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 bum. Where's the thing that I had? Fucking, that's the wrong thing. Here it is. Okay. Okay. The interior of the mansion is well furnished, yet the fixtures show signs of great wear. Noticeable oddities are the boarded up windows and the presence of holy symbols in every room. You see in a side drawing room, so just off the entrance, that there is a simple wooden coffin surrounded by wilting flowers. It has begun to rot. The body inside, of course.
Wait, are we in a separate map right now? Because I'm just on the town view.
No, it's just the town view. There isn't a map for the Burgomaster's mansion in Barovia. I could put you in Death House. Would that be good? Would you guys
No.
like that?
Hey, let's go back.
Mm-mm.
You want to die again, Howard? Is that what you
Yeah,
want?
I want to
God
go back.
Damn it.
Anyway.
Think about how many laps you could do in the basement now, though.
I feel like I could one-shot that mound by myself right now.
I can one-shot that mound, Toist.
But first, I'm gonna jump in it.
Oh my God.
Toist!
We recognize her by the description Strahd gave, right?
I mean, yeah. You feel like, for once, Strahd did something, did her justice. She's incredibly beautiful. She has auburn hair. She has a fire in her eyes that speaks of a strong will. And you feel like you knew her before you have met her.
Alrighty.
God damn it, Howard.
I will look at her and say, Irina, I would assume.
She looks to Ismark, who nods, and then says, "Yes, I'm Irina Kolyana. Please come in. You look armed. That's good." She gestures to the paladin.
Yep. We weapons. Yep.
She looks and says, "Oh, is she simple?"
She is fine.
She's fine. She sometimes has issues.
She nods.
You're distracted by your beauty.
She looks to you, Candle. Her sword tip comes up, and she stands in a fighting stance for a moment and says, "Is this one of his things?"
No.
No, he is one of us. He means you no harm, and he is an agent acting against the beast.
She lowers the sword and says, "Very well." She sheathes it and says, "You'll have to forgive my manner. We have been under attack these past 2 weeks. My father," she gestures to the coffin, and for a moment you can see a look of very deep sadness cross her face.
I'm sorry for your loss.
She nods. His heart couldn't take it.
As for this one here, and Howard knocks on Candle, he has helped us many times. I do not understand where he comes from or what his goals are, but he has done well to defeat many enemies of yours.
She looks over at Candle and says, "Seems we share some things then." Very
Candle
well.
looks at her with no expression on his face.
Okay, great. I'm proud of you, Candle. Very emotive. I like that. I don't speak French, so you speak English.
As for you, it seems that you and our truth share a common enemy.
She says, yes, maybe you can help us. I need to get my father to the priest.
Your father, and not you.
She looks and says, why would I need to see the priest?
I think that
Ismark looks at you with a somewhat panicked expression on his face.
We thought you'd be accompanying your father.
Hey, Aki,
Not that we. Hmm?
gonna need you to make a charisma save, buddy.
Okay.
Alright, you're good.
So,
+5.
we.
25.
Well, wait. Does the paladin aura help you with by panic?
Yes.
Can I become a
it-
paladin? Because
it
I'd
helps
improve so
to-
many of my friends' lives.
It helps you be more austere, stoic. I don't know, heteronormative.
Holy shit. Okay, I take it back. I do not want to be a paladin then.
That escalated quickly.
That was a joke.
Obviously, that was a joke. You know what? Fuck you, ungaze your friends. Oh, Jesus. All
That's
right.
a terrible spell.
That was a terrible. We should. No. So Lavana says for legal reasons that's a joke, and I'm like, no. For moral reasons, that's a joke. Yeah, no, we're all going straight to hell. Actually, Blackthorn raises a good point. Does that mean paladins are the only effective source of conversion therapy? And by extension, does that mean we have to get rid of all the paladins?
Oh no.
You
Oh
got-
no.
Aki, start with the blonde one. You know the one.
The way?
Any hoodle.
Oh, God. Okay. So, you keep your composure, Grim.
We thought you'd. Well, naturally, somebody has to accompany. From the family, to the priest.
She looks and says, Ismark may be able to lead you there, but she looks over at him and says, I was rather hoping that you would be able to just take him because we've been attacked so often, and I would like to have my brother at my side.
Use what type of voice?
Real quick, can I get an insight check from anyone talking to her? Ballads are now illegal. Please deposit them in the nearest appropriate receptacle.
Oof.
Woof. Heck.
Hey.
So, Emerald and Candle, you guys can see that she's obviously very tired, like she hasn't been sleeping well, and she's scared. She's terrified.
Kendall's gonna look at her and say,
You should get some rest.
She looks at you, Candle, and says, I have tried, believe me, but between the constant attacks and my father's death, I haven't been able... And she puts her hand on her sword before catching herself, calming down and saying, I'm sorry, you're right. It's just not that simple.
Can I take a closer look at her, like do a walk around and circling, and just see if I can see?
You want to inspect her like Christmas ham?
No. Oh God. I just want to see if I can notice anything from the distance that I'm at. Then, that does she look like she's been harmed or injured in any way?
Oh, you don't need to do an inspection or anything like that. She's obviously quite pale, and yeah, she has cuts and bruises on her body.
Okay. More to the point, does she have bite marks on her neck?
Hang on. I found an image of the place we can put the paladin receptacle. I just wanted to show people that. Anyway, so let me check something real quick. You can't tell. She is wearing a white collar scarf.
White collar scarf?
Like, she's got a white collar under her armor, and there's gambeson underneath. She does have them, but they
Okay.
can't see
So
them
she's
right
just
now.
wearing white collar.
Do you mind if I ask how he died? Was it natural causes, or was he harmed?
She looks over, and you see for a moment her eyes close, and then Ismark says, he was old. The constant attacks, it was too much for his heart.
I'm sorry.
He nods. If it weren't for the fact that Irina and myself have been training for so many years, I don't think we would have lasted this long.
If I may propose a solution,
They nod.
why remain here at all?
She looks. They both look around to all the holy symbols. This is the only safe place in Barovia.
It's not, actually.
It is not.
You've heard Kretsk is impenetrable, correct?
Ismark nods and enthusiastically, and Irina says, "But he is the land."
He may be the land, but we are the people opposing him upon it.
She shakes her head. No, you don't understand. He is the land. All of this belongs to him. He is invited to anywhere. He can walk into Kretsk as easily as he could walk into the tavern or the temple. The only thing
Can't.
preventing him from doing so, she points to the holy symbols, is faith.
As the abbot in Kretsk.
She says, I thought he was a myth, or the immortal abbot.
Believe me, the abbot in Kretsk also wants to give a big middle finger to Strahd. So I'm sure if you perhaps even both went there, he'd look after you.
She thinks for a moment, and then, oh, wait, hey, Grim. Gonna need you to make a deception check. Literally, the last thing that the abbot had you do was deliver a lady to Strahd.
Yeah. Okay, why, though?
Because
He does want to give a big middle finger to Strahd.
he doesn't. He just wants Strahd to move on so that he can. That's what he told you guys. He thought that by giving him a bride, that it would end the curse.
Okay.
Yeah, do you want to maybe walk that
Sure.
back? I'd allow it.
Nope.
I mean, he did agree to murder him. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yep.
that is true. That is true. Okay, you pass. Anyway, regardless. So she says, well, certainly, but she looks over at the coffin. I'm not leaving with him on the ground, ready to be eaten by wolves or worse.
We've got a barrage.
She says, good, good. How swift are your horses?
The bear's quite swift.
I'm
We
sorry, did you say bears?
Yeah, the barrage.
Drawn by bears, yes.
Are you referring... You're outsiders, yes?
Yes, that may be obvious at the giant automaton standing.
She nods and says, I understand. A bear here is a large, furred creature with huge teeth and claws. They're not
Yeah.
suitable for pulling a carriage.
That
Yeah,
is
like the
because
two that pull our carriage. Hence, barrage.
Barrage.
She nods again and looks to Ismark, who looks a little more suspiciously at you guys.
No, you know what? No,
It-
I'll go get it. It's fine.
Just show them.
I'm-
But
I look at Bismarck with no expression, and then I look at her with no expression.
His name is Ismark. He's
I
not a
know.
giant sky whale.
another option is that we bury him here. Is there a church or a graveyard nearby?
She nods. Yes. If you take him to Father Donovich, surely he can take care of my father.
So we go together. We bury your father. We pay him his respects, and then you join us in the fight against Strahd.
Ismark stands up and says, No. That would be too dangerous.
Why?
Because he would come for her. He's already been here twice. The only reason he hasn't come again is because he looks over at his father and then says, because of all the wards that we've put in place.
Okay, so let's reiterate. She stays here. We go to bury her father, and then we come back for her. Then we go to Vallaki, and from there we take you to Kretsk, and we muster a force great enough to destroy Strahd, our enemy.
You see them think for a moment, and then Irina says, I would like Ismark to stay with me.
Ismark is welcome to stay with you, if he is wishing to travel with you.
Ismark says, I think taking our father's body to the priest is important, but... And he looks over to Irina and says, surely we can simply tell Father Donovich that he's here and on our way out. We should move as quickly as possible. And Irina shoots him a fucking poisonous look.
I don't think that is acceptable to her.
He nods and says, I just care about your safety, sister.
As do we all.
Oh, we'll go deliver your father to the father, and then we'll come back with the barrage.
We will show you they are tame.
They're quite fuzzy.
They nod, and then after a moment, you hear the telltale whuffs and sniffles of the bears in the barrage.
Candle pulls the
Outside.
party aside and says to Irina and Ismark,
Just a moment, please.
and when the party's pulled aside in a low Candle voice, he says,
Do you think her father is native to this plane of existence?
I have no reason to think not. Why do you think that, Captain?
Ask Candle.
Because I could cast banishment and make him disappear for a minute, and we could tell her that he's been taken to a better place.
I do not think lying to her is a way to make a common friend, but I take your meaning.
Grim is pinching the bridge of her nose.
At this point, I'm going to reach into my bag of holding and withdraw the 2 pieces of stick that are still held together by ribbon. And I'm going to snap one of the other halves.
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Okay, you snap the stick that summoned the abbot before, but this time nothing occurs. It seems the magic has been spent.
Damn. It would have been a fast track to Kretsk.
Howard looks at Emerald. Were you hoping to summon him again?
It would have saved us all a trip to Kretsk.
Ah, I see.
I
mean,
can reach him with sending.
No need.
Abbott Airlines.
So we take the
Yeah, he ain't gonna
recently
be a
departed
taxi service.
to Father Donovich, and we go from there.
Yep.
Ismark looks a little he has this weird look on his face when you mention Father Donovich. Now that he's had time to think about it a bit.
Can I roll insight to check? Like,
Can I help?
Yeah, you could both look, and I'll let Aki make the insight roll with advantage.
Okay, so I'm not going to roll then.
Something's probably up with Father Donovich, because it was almost a flinch that went across Ismark's face when you mentioned actually going to see him.
Mark,
He looks at you and says, yes.
you're new to the area. Can you possibly... Do you have a map?
He says, certainly, do you not have one?
No, not of this area. Perhaps you and I can go speak for a moment, and you can show me where we're going.
Okay, one sec. He says, "Oh no, I'll bring it to you." Oh wait, sorry, that was perception, not insight. There we go. He says, "Ah, yes. Please come this way," and he leads you into a room. The room has some cobwebs that have been brushed aside recently. It's pretty clear that this area was cleared out because there are weapons in here, as well as various maps, one of which is laid across the table. He closes the door behind you, then turns back to see you and says, "You're not here for a map."
No.
He nods. "Father Donovich, he's quite possibly mad."
Not the first one I've encountered here that's possibly mad.
He nods. He's completely lost in his faith. All he does is pray and wail throughout the night. And he's still a holy man and able to perform his duties most days, but something has broken him. I think ever since his son's death, he's not been the same.
Do you know how his son died?
Oh, you came in the room too?
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Okay.
No, I did not.
Fair enough.
So, how did the son die?
He says, "That is why I hesitate. I'm not sure that he will help you. You see, a team of adventurers came through sorry, one second, just over a year ago, and his son went with them to go and destroy the creature. His son didn't come back."
What does it look like?
Sorry, could you repeat that, Aki?
What does the son look like?
He says, much like his father, really. He's fair of skin, dark of hair. He's a little pudgy, although that may have changed during his journeys.
How old?
He's
when he left, that
he-
is.
he was in his his early 20s, and
GM, thinking on it, is there anyone in that currently works in Castle Ravenloft that matches that description?
I'm sorry, that currently works in Castle Ravenloft? You only saw like 4 people in there.
We saw 2 stewards though.
No, you
Or
just saw
2
one
footmen.
steward.
We saw at least 2 people that were there.
Oh, right. You saw the one guy who looked like a hideous abomination that told you to fuck off. And then also the older elf man, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, neither of those look like a fair of skin, dark-haired, slightly pudgy youth. No.
I missed that fucked up little guy in the room. He was awesome.
He snarled and told you to fuck off.
I know.
But he was so cute.
Okay.
Hmm.
So what are
Tell
you guys
what,
doing?
We'll speak to Father Donovan.
He says Donovich, although
Donovich.
it takes a few calls to get his attention most times.
That's fine. I'll get his attention. And Grim smiles.
Okay.
So if the worst comes to pass and Donovan Dvich doesn't Blackthorn should stop messaging me. Fuck you. Stop it.
Why is Blackthorn messaging you?
He's
Boob
messaging me
pics?
the last words.
Oh.
Yeah.
Blackthorn, come on, have a heart.
So we'll speak with Father Donovich. If we can't get him to do the last rites,
He says,
then
my father is dead. He doesn't care if he's in the ground or not. I'm only doing this because I think it'll make Irina move faster, honestly. I just want my sister out of here.
true. But you do need to have some respect for the dead.
He shakes his head. The dead are dead. They don't care.
I don't know how you should how to readily explain to you that you should have some respect for the dead, but we're not going to argue on it right now.
He says, if this were simpler, more peaceful times, I would agree with you. But I've been fighting wolves and hideous, lurching creatures that have to be hacked into pieces to stop them from attacking, while my father got worse and worse until he died, and still my sister was attacked twice, and any night now she'll be attacked again. So forgive me if I am not patient. And then you see him collect himself, and he says, it appears...
And I'm with a party that's fought many different things, including losing 2 of their own, and we still held last rites in Vallaki because that's what you do for people you care about.
He sighs, collects himself, and says, I'm very sorry. We have not had much sleep, and
I know.
And it's been a hard time. You're right. Of course you're right.
If we can't get through to Father Donovich,
he looks a little nervous about you continually forgetting the guy's name that he just told you 12 seconds ago.
So good.
well, we'll.
I'm not sure. Okay. Go ahead.
You know what? Never mind. I'm gonna walk off to this cliff.
You know what? Never mind. Walks into the sea.
Grim says, we'll talk to Father. I almost said it again. Fuck. We'll talk to Father Donovich, and if need be, I'm sure the abbot
Welcome,
can
Blair.
find
We're
a
playing
resting
D&D.
place for your father.
He nods and says, I'm sure he will. I just want my sister to be safe. It's getting late. I don't recommend going out at night. You should stay here for the evening at least.
We've fought dire wolves. It's fine.
He says, how many?
I think we've only ever
At
fought one at a
least-
time.
He says, and how many of
I wasn't-
Strahd's
I'm not there.
abominations have you fought?
The Revenants?
He says, I don't know what a revenant is.
The ones that keep getting up.
He says, yes, the ones you have to hack to pieces.
Yeah. Lots. At least 20. We
At
almost
once?
died.
I don't know if it was that many, but it was a fair number.
Is Howard in the room?
Nope. He
Oh.
just keeps talking.
My bad.
Howard just talks. Actually, you know what? Here's the thing.
okay,
That would make
okay.
sense.
So there's a couple things that I want from a D&D movie. One is for a main character to die in a tearful moment that everyone loses their shit over, and then they walk into a tavern in the next town, and there's another character that's very similar, played by the same actor, who says, may I join you? And they basically just say yes and continue on their business like nothing happened.
Amazing.
And the second thing is I want a scene where it's inconsistent if someone is involved in a conversation or not.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, everyone does it. Like, I do it too. I'm the worst for it. So like I'm not talking shit about you or anything. It's just it's such a D&D thing to have happen.
Yeah, this happens in like every session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
So-
don't worry about it, buddy. That wasn't about you. That was about the game we enjoy.
So, anyways, just to not like to quickly finish up the one-on-one session.
Poised.
Yeah, the one-on-one session. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
Quickly finish that up.
Um, it's basically agreed that we'll go talk to Father Donovich and
I'm sorry, what was that name?
Donovich, and
Oh, okay.
um, if we're not agreed, if he doesn't meet with us or whatever, then we'll just take him to Kretsk.
Okay. So he agrees with your plan, and you come back out of the room. Um, do you just leave the room?
Should I not?
Just curious if you do.
I go over to the party and I huddle them up and I blah the plan and the
Okay. As soon as you step out, she says, "Oh, did you get the map with the right river? There's one that has a pool where it shouldn't be."
I don't did we? I was just looking for a map of the city, not the map of outside. We've
Yes,
got a map of outside, I think. If it's with the map with the ponds, then I think it's wrong.
She
Thank
she
you.
nods and says, "Oh, good. I'm glad you got that map of the city then." And then she looks at you expectantly.
I look back at her, mimicking Candle expressionlessness.
Deception,
As I can.
please.
Candle looks at you and nods approvingly.
Candle looks at you, smiles widely, and claps you on the back.
Hate to pull out the chalk for that one.
Uh-oh, Skedio. Oh, wait. Attacker wins ties. Oh, you lucky bench. You lucky bench. All right. Her eyes narrow for a moment, but she says, "I'm sorry. I'm just paranoid and tired.
I'm-
It's getting late. Who wants to take first watch?" And she looks over at Ismark.
Candle waves his arm and says,
Me, I'll do it. Me.
They look at you, Candle, and Ismark says, "Are you excited?"
He loves being on watch.
I love having a task to do.
He does.
I can take over partway through as well, and I'll slightly move my hair out of the way to show that I am an elf.
Okay. They stare at your ears for like a while. Like longer than someone who's seen an elf before would.
Candle looks at Emerald and says,
Freak.
Do you actually call a guy you've been traveling with for months a freak?
Okay, because I was actually just gonna roll with it and call you a tin can. Like,
Because I found a place that you could put yourself, Candle, if that was the case. I've got this nice picture here that shows your new home. Don't worry about what it is.
So we're resting here?
My stomach hurts.
Maybe if you ate less
Math!
math.
so just to keep full track here, this is the first day first full day that has passed since we struck our deal with the abbot.
Yes.
The dawning of
Yes,
the
that is
second
correct.
day.
Okay.
Oh, no, not that. Sorry guys, I'm just looking something up. Can you send me a link for that, Blair? Because I'm not finding it. At any rate, yeah, so it is the dawn of the second day. But could you please tell me who is going on watch and when?
I can take a watch. I would like to take a watch with Ismark.
Sure.
Grim suggests that both, since the rest of us are here now, that both Ismark and Arena should sleep.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay. They argue with you about it for a little bit, but they both relent pretty quickly. They're obviously both exhausted.
We can make sure nothing goes bump in the night, at least for this night. But Ismark, if you have a moment before you go to sleep, I would like a word.
He nods. Irina looks at him kind of nervously, and he nods. They share a look for a moment that, if you don't know, if you're not a member of a family with siblings, or don't have a wife or a husband, or whatever it is that your special friend is, you may not realize that a look can convey quite a lot of information, which they're clearly doing here.
Can I roll insight?
Did Hauer ever have a wife or a husband
Without going into
or a
too
brother
much my
or a sister?
without going into my super secret backstory, he had a wife and a daughter.
That's too much information. I didn't want to know that. You're
Yeah,
fully
so
aware
much,
of what they're
so
doing.
much information.
You're fully aware of what they're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, you just passed that check. That's one of those like je ne sais quoi things that you just kind of know.
Okay.
At any rate, so they share this moment, and then Ismark walks over and says, "Of course, come. Let's go in the sitting room."
I understand that maybe yourself and Irina as well wish to fight Strahd. Is that correct?
He says, "I'm going to drive my sword through that beast's heart if it's the last thing I do."
Indeed. And I will help you any way I can to make that a reality.
He nods.
But-
I assumed as much.
I look at him up and down. Is he wearing like armor, or is he just, what does he have on him?
He is not. He is wearing splint mail armor. He has a longsword that looks. It looks well cared for, but weathered, like he's been using it a lot. He also on his back behind his back, kind of above his lower spine, he's got a short sword that's clearly meant for a quick draw if he drops his primary weapon. And he moves with the kind of grace that a warrior does.
I can tell that you have had some experience, so you have at least practiced enough to know what you are doing.
He nods. I have.
Can I assess whether or not his armor would be, it's scale mail, you said?
Splint mail.
Split mail. I have an extra chainmail shirt that I'd like to offer him.
Okay, so real quick game note, that would actually be a downgrade for him.
Okay, never mind that.
Yeah.
In that case, if you do not like this, and it would not be of your suit, perhaps this axe will help you. We have encountered many things that have resistances to our weapons if they are not magically imbued. And Howard will produce the adventurous battle axe to Ismark.
I'll allow it. He says, I'm of no talent with the axe, but he holds his hand out and takes it.
If you just hold it.
He turns it over in his hand and says, "That's remarkably light."
Yes. And if you are pure of heart, it will not sting you. But it will kill things and it will hurt things that are more natural in sustenance.
He
If
says-
you chop a tree, it will come easier. If
He hands it back and says, "The things I fight are not natural."
this axe will hurt them. I promise you that. And I will give him the battle axe.
Okay, you hand him the axe. He takes it and with some reservation and says, "Thank you." And he slips it into his belt where it hangs.
Let that be of help to you should you face more things that have resistance to your sword.
He thinks for a moment and says, "Perhaps it will have some use, yes."
As for her, what is your hope?
He shakes his head and says, I just want to get her somewhere safe. She's being targeted by the beast.
Has she been attacked by him already?
He nods. Twice. He's bitten her twice.
Has she been charmed by him?
She says she hasn't, but she can't remember the attacks. And the legend goes that if he bites you thrice, you become his forever.
Then we should make sure that that doesn't happen again.
He nods. I know.
So, your idea of safety is that she should not be attacked by Strahd once more.
He says, I hope to get her as far away from him as possible. Right now, he points to the window, which is barred. He could see her from his home, his palace of sin. I hope to take her far away from here.
We can get her far, but she is not wrong in saying that Strahd is the land. He goes where he wants to go. He listens where he wants to listen. The only way out is through him. You know this, yes?
He nods and says, and we will defeat him, but I can't leave her here. The wards against evil they work to prevent him from entering, but they don't do nothing to stop the wolves or the slavering beasts that come at night. No, this place is not safe.
We do have friends in Villaki. There are some among us that also oppose Strahd from the quiet, from the mist itself.
He says, then we go there, and from there on to Kretsk, like you said.
Yes, I think that is a good option for now. But there are more than you know. You may feel alone in this fight, but you are not. There are others who do not even know about, who also wish to see him dead. Well, not dead, but you know what I mean.
Can you give me a persuasion check? Persuasion, right?
Yep.
Diplomacy? Whatever it's called.
Sure.
With advantage.
15.
Okay, you see him visibly relax, and his shoulders heave a little bit as his eyes well up with tears. He says, "Thank you. Things have been too much, and I needed to hear that."
I understand. And to take your meaning, I think I know. And Howard gestures for him to sleep.
He nods and says, "Yes, I should be resting. I'll make sure Irina gets some rest as well. Thank you, once again."
And remember, keep pure of heart, or that thing will sting you.
He looks at the axe and says, I'm certain that I shall live up to its standards. You've been so kind to me, please. I have something for you. And he walks over to a jewel box, pulls out a gem, and hands it to you.
There is no need for this.
He picks up your hand, opens your palm, puts it in, and closes your palm. He says, "I know," and he leaves.
Howard kind of nods and walks away.
All right. So you now have a gem in your hand. It's
right.
A clear diamond, clear white like a diamond in color, and it is cut in a perfect marquee pattern. It's a oval gem with facets on the outside, but not the center, which you can clearly see through.
Cool. Howard puts it in his sack and then goes back to the rest of the group.
All right. I think that's a good place to put our break. So, guys, let's take a break here. I will be staying here with chat, but if you guys could be back by, let's say, 7:45, that would be agreed.
Alrighty.
I'll be back in just a second.
Anyone staying with me in chat?
Yes, but
I will
I'm
be
gonna
right
go.
back.
Yeah, I'm with Aki. I'm literally right beside Aki right now, metaphorically.
What? Why are you with Aki? How come I'm not with Aki?
But I gotta go brush my teeth. I'll be back.
Why do you have to brush your teeth? What? No, just become gross instead.
I tried that, but it's gross.
Oh, well, I hadn't considered that. Fair enough. Go brush your teeth then. And don't worry, Blair, it will get to the right place. I happen to know for a fact that Hauer is tapped out. And yeah, Lavana, that's tomorrow morning. Is anyone in here with me, or is it just me? I think it's just me. How are you guys doing, chat? Good to see you.
I'm here.
What? How are you here if you're brushing your... Go brush your teeth, you fucking savage.
I'm doing it right now.
It sounds like you have like a loaf of bread shoved in your mouth.
Wait, what? What do you mean? You're not supposed to brush your teeth with loaf of bread?
No.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So, chat, how's everyone doing? I'm fine. No, Nick, that's not how that works. Nick, you're explicitly not allowed to give out things that hurt the party. Ever. Because I'm forcing my friends to stream our D&D game, and I feel like if I let chat fuck them over, they would stop playing D&D with me. So you're not allowed to hurt them. Only I'm allowed to hurt them. You're tired, Lavana? Insomnia is fun? Oh, okay. It was in the original form, Blair. I did just make it the original form, not the one that you were talking about. It was just it fit the moment. You know, just seemed right. Yeah, so how are you guys feeling about the new sound stuff and the solo stream of Final Fantasy? What do you guys think? Do you guys enjoy that, or is it more of a meh thing? I want to get opinions, thoughts, feelings. Hear, feel, think. Now I'm sad. I made myself sad again, chat. I need to stop making myself sad.
Oh, have I got a cure for you? I'm back with clean teeth. Let's go.
Nice. Yeah, fair enough, Blair. I know that's not really up your alley. Hey, Keb.
Yes.
You're very cute and I love you.
Hey, chat. I'm gay.
Well, are you full gay?
No, bisexual, I guess, but halfway full gay.
Oh, okay, I was like, wait, did I misunderstand your announcement earlier? I mean, oh god, did I misfuck Keb?
I mean, I like the word gay though. Gay is a very fun word.
Yeah. It's a good word. I like gay too. I like the big gay. That's like my favorite way of saying it.
Hell yes. Yeah, I've got the gay agenda now.
Nice. Yeah, they sent me one, and I'm not sure if I should read it or. Yeah.
You can read it when you're ready. There's a lot in there.
Well, I'm not traditional gay, so I'm just a little concerned. Played the PS2 one with the underwater bubble ball game. What?
Wait, what?
Blair is talking about Final Fantasy X, which was a great game, but yeah, it's not even close to 14. So, Keb. Question.
Yes.
If I were to stream storyline stuff from Final Fantasy 14, would you watch that stream? Cool. Hurtful.
Shoot.
Would you say, Aki?
I would.
Aki, I love you and you're cute.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, that's so true. That's so true.
Keb, you never answered my question.
What? Would I watch that stream?
Yes.
Yes. Absolutely, I would. I love watching you stream anything, and that's
Alright.
a thing. And you'd be streaming it, so yes.
Yeah, okay. It also makes me cry regularly on stream.
Oh yeah, I love when that happens. I mean, oh okay.
I did it yesterday, and I cried Wait, was it 2 or 3 times, chat? I think it was 2 times.
Very, very good for you. Like crying is actually extremely healthy. I'm happy for you.
Yeah,
buddy.
I've become a lot more in touch with my emotions since I started streaming, actually, which is both good and bad. Because it's good
Okay.
because, like, I'm more aware of, like, kind of other people's emotions as well. And, Blair has informed me it was 3. But at the same time, it's bad because I cry now, which is, like, Now, I know you guys love and support me, and you'll always take my side and everything, but
That's not true.
I'm not a pretty crier. I don't.
That's also not true.
I don't.
You're so hot when you cry. Are you kidding me?
I loved that.
Welcome back, Sage.
Oh no, I've been here this entire time.
Huh. Hey, Keb.
I like the audible confusion in your voice. Yes.
I'm not sure if I should be threatened or like flattered, so I'm gonna go with flattered because I know that you're a nice guy and you generally mean things in a nice way.
Yes.
But also you're hot when you cry does imply a certain level of violence. Which
I'm in a bit of a mood today. No, I did mean that well.
I'm
sorry, buddy.
for the record, Keb, love this mood on you. This is great. I love this. Welcome to my life of just being constantly fucking horny all the time. Chat, you did not hear me say that. Keb, may I introduce you to Conky in the Discord? Anyway, Blair, double loot. Anytime the party gets loot, you can use that, and I will add a randomized amount that will equal double the amount they would get otherwise. And Aki, are you backy?
We get loot
Yeah.
You guys get loot all the fucking time. What are you talking about?
from chat.
You get normal loot too.
Oh.
Yeah, not everything you find is from chat, guys.
Wait,
I'll
really?
give- Pro tip: if it's got bears on it, it's from chat.
I know that the Adventurers Act's probably. I know that one wasn't because you mentioned that before you'd even offered the opportunity to.
You guys
add
have several
loot.
items that are not from chat.
And we don't know which ones are which.
Is the bag of tricks from chat?
I
I
No,
feel like that's a
It's
chat.
from
one.
me.
I know that the amulet isn't from chat. The book of Strahd's personal feelings isn't, and that the axe isn't. Those are the only 3 items I'm aware of.
okay.
Oh, imagine if there was a chat loot version of Strahd's Tome where it's just like, I'm a big stinky incel.
The chat loot version is like Strahd, but it's written by someone who's watching Strahd's actions instead of Strahd himself. And
Damn, I
full,
suck.
And it's just full of
Wish
stuff
version
like
of Strahd.
it's just like someone who is adjacent to Strahd doing all this stuff, and it's like, and then for some fucking reason, I killed my brother.
Man, I'm a piece of work.
because I'm just a shitty person, really. Don't worry though, I didn't kill one of the nobles who served under me because something I am the land, which I am really horny for saying for some fucking reason. Oh, good. Blackthorn clipped me saying I'm constantly horny. So that now.
God bless.
That
That's
now.
why we play. That's
It's-
why we play.
It's big. If you
No,
know me in
it's-
real life, no, you don't. Energy.
What?
It's big. If you know me in real life, no, you don't. Energy.
I don't get it.
If you know me in real life, no, you don't.
What?
Repeating it's not gonna
Yeah.
make him understand.
No, I'm explain it like you would
Okay.
to a child, someone who doesn't understand complexity or emotions.
Well, I'm not going to explain a conky thing as if I would explain it to a child.
I didn't even know it was
Extremely
conky.
valid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that
for,
is
like-
correct.
Like when I tell people I do burlesque, it's just like if you know me in real life, like if you know me at work or something, like
Oh,
we
that's
don't-
not the real
you-
me.
it's not like we don't talk about this at work.
I
you
see,
don't-
I see. If
Yeah.
you know me, you don't know me. I get it.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I regularly talk about my streaming with my boss, so I'm not too stressed about it. Also, he knows me. He's worked with me for years. He gets it. I'm a fucking train wreck in action. He knows that. Ooh. Interesting, Blackthorn. I'm gonna need you to describe that in the form of something physical. Don't worry, guys. That was nothing bad. Hey, it's time. Is everyone back?
You're
Oh, also, I overheard you saying to Nick that he's not allowed to give an item that would harm the party. Can I be an exception to that? I'm so fine with Nick harming me.
No. So the thing is the way the give custom loot is phrased is it does explicitly say it has to be a positive thing. They can't gift you the gift of a fireball on your head, for example.
Okay, but let the record show that's funny. And
I
I'm down.
get that, Kev, you're cool with it, but I'm not going to allow it. Just flat no.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Just
You're what they
because-
call not a horrible DM.
Yeah, I see the problem with one player being good with you guys being hurt is that it doesn't just hurt you, right? If Chad is like, lol, I drop 50 whales on you and you're like, I'm fine with that, and then I do that, is they're down a cleric because the cleric thinks it's funny to be buried in whales. You know what I mean?
The cleric does think it's funny to be buried in whales. That is.
I
so
know
on
the cleric.
brand.
Why do you think I picked buried in whales?
That's fine. I'll just eat the whales.
I think we're all back.
All right, great.
And ready to be buried in whales, if I'm understanding you correctly.
Blackthorn granted. Okay, so let's get back to this game. Let's talk about Curse of Strahd, shall we? So
Yeah.
the night passes. Oh, who was on?
First watch was Candle.
Okay, who was second watch?
I would have been up for second watch and third.
Okay,
If anyone else wanted to join me for third, they're more than welcome to, but I can do both.
I'll tap out for a second and join you halfway through third. But like while I'm out, I'm gonna be in like battery charging mode, so I still have like my eyes and ears.
Grim would have joined you for third.
okay. So you guys put up watch, but nothing happens out of the ordinary. Come morning, however, when you peek out one of the cracks that you could see through the window, you note that a fog has rolled in. Rolled, not rolling. It's fairly thick, but it's not, oh no, this is bad fog levels of fog.
Alrighty. So there's no
Does that make
evil
sense?
creatures in the mists?
Not that you could see. It looks almost like natural fog. The only reason it seems unnatural is because it is so thick and it isn't burning off with the morning light.
Alrighty.
Levana, I would allow it.
So did we decide on if we're going to Velaki or to... What is the plan? Because that was kind of discussed.
the plan is to stop first in Valaki, then stop in Kretz.
Alrighty, this will be entertaining.
Blackthorn, can you explain double loot to Blair for me? I already did.
And are all of
And
us
probably
going,
refund them for
including
it.
Ismark and Irina?
We're heading to the graveyard to meet with the father.
Yeah, that's
What's the
first
father's
step.
name, Aki?
Donovan.
Landon Donovan.
Blah.
No.
Dad-
What's his
Daddy
name?
Donovan? Daddy Donovan.
Oh,
Daddy, I've been a bad boy. For the last time,
I am his
Jordan,
for-
it's Father. Forgive me, Father, for I have
I've
sinned.
Daddy, I've been a bad boy.
We're going to see the father at the graveyard.
Father who?
we're going to see the father.
Papa who?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start heading there.
Uh, you're supposed to. You were supposed to take the body of the burgomaster.
We said we were going to go try and talk to him first.
Okay, fair enough. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you walk out into the morning fog, which is quite thick, and you can hear on the cobblestones as you walk up the road the clacking of wooden wheels going over it.
Is the barrage following us?
Nope.
Okay.
Grim is going to unsling her axe and just hold it.
Okay. You bring your weapon out in public. Very cool. You hear some footsteps, small footsteps, running toward the sounds of the wheels.
In any other campaign setting, this would make me think of an ice cream truck.
You're not
Candle,
actually
go
far
for it.
off because as you continue walking forward, you see a old woman dressed in layer upon layer of simple wrappings and heavy clothes, handing a small cake to a child.
Oh, let's go! That's awesome. I love cakes.
Grim reslings the
I feel
axe.
like you meant that in a different way, Keb.
No, I love cake.
You said cakes, which also means bum.
Oh,
Yeah, it means
okay. We can have both.
Anyway, so
We can
the
have
child.
cake and eat it too.
Jesus fuck. So the child takes it, looks at it, looks around, like he's expecting to be caught or stopped or something, and he takes a bite out of it, smiling widely as he does. The old woman pats him on the head gently and continues walking down the road toward you.
Is she in a carriage or is she walking?
No, she's pulling a cart that's clearly got a number of cakes. It's like an old-timey, like a food cart that she's just carrying with two handles, slowly idling down the road.
does
Candle's gonna
anyone
buy one.
feel hungry?
So she actually goes to walk right past you guys. She doesn't even slow down.
Is it because I'm hidden in the mists?
I mean, it
Because
could
I am
be.
knee height.
It could be, but no. She actually does go around you specifically as well, Grim.
Hurtful.
Candle flags are down.
She turns and says, oh, "Yes, what do you want?"
Expressionlessly, he says to her,
I want one of those cakes.
She says, "Oh, they're for children. Not for things like you," and she points a bony finger in your direction.
I'm 3 years old, as far as I'm aware.
She shakes her head and says, "No, it's not for you." And then she turns back around and starts walking forward with her cart.
Candle turns back to the party and says,
Sus.
Excuse me, ma'am.
She turns back and says, "Oh yes, look at you, such a strapping young lad. Oh," and she puts a hand on your chest plate and says, "Oh, and this armor, so smooth."
Yes, I wish to buy a cake for my my friend. I am.
She says, "Oh,
Taking care
you
of-
youngsters never listen. I said they're for children."
And Howard gestures to Grim over like 10 feet away.
Okay, she looks over and says, "No, she's just a little person. She's not a child. Come now, anyone can see that. Look
Yeah.
at that little axe she's carrying."
And there's no way that any of us would
Yep.
buy one of your cakes. You couldn't be persuaded.
She says, "Oh, I'm not doing it for the money anyway. It's enough for me to see the smile on those children's faces."
Can I make an insight check?
Sure. Go nuts.
Are the cakes like if say I had telekinesis, could I pick one up while she's talking to Howard?
Ooh.
Where do you get your telekinesis?
A feat. It's just mage hand, but there's no components.
Arguably, wouldn't that be stealing? After she.
Yeah, but
told
we
you
just
no?
we did just gain a good level, so I can afford it.
You know I will take your good level away if you treat it like a point system, right?
Is it not?
It's not, no.
Fine.
Are you
Do
going to
you-
steal from the old woman?
No, I'm not gonna steal from the old woman.
Okay,
Do
great.
you come here often?
She looks up and says, "Oh, every morning. Sure, sure.
What is your name?
Oh, I'm Morgantha."
And you're from Barovia.
She nods and says, "Oh, yes, I'm just from up the road."
Where is up the road? Do you have a store?
She shakes her head. "Well, yes, of course." And she gestures to the food cart. "You know, if you really insist, I could sell you one of my cakes."
I do insist.
"Well, okay. If you give me a few steel pieces, I'll give you a cake." And she sticks out her finger, which trembles a little bit from old age, and she counts the party and says, "Altogether, I'll take 12 steel for the lot of you."
Howard gives her 20.
She says, "Oh, generous and beautiful. Oh, if I didn't know any better, I'd say you were flirting." She takes the money.
Did that child pay?
She says,
Lord.
"Oh no, the children never pay. They don't have money."
Ah, it's fine. Grim's gonna go over and she said 12 for the so that's 3
For the lot of
each.
you. So
Math?
no,
Math.
there's
4.
5 of you, so
Math.
she clearly just made a number up.
Okay.
Um,
I give her 4 steel for the cake that the child took.
Okay, she says, "Oh, you don't have to. The smile of the children is good enough payment for me. That's
I
why
know.
I get out of bed in the morning. Well, not too early in the morning. I'm sure you understand."
Grim smiles at her. Of course, but to help you with purchasing your
They
ingredients.
do. That's correct, Lavana. She says, "Well, I could use a few. I could use a nice new ring." And she extends her hands where you see, like an absurd number of rings. Some of which are quite well kept. Others of which look like they've been on her finger since they were made back 100 years ago. Others are made of like leather or skin. It's kind of hard to tell. But her hands are just riddled with liver spots and jewelry.
Goals.
You do have some very beautiful rings.
She says, "Oh, they're all beautiful in their own way, just like we are." And she smiles.
I swear to God, I hate this fucking campaign setting because she's so charming outside of this campaign setting, but I'm getting such
Yeah,
creepy
right,
vibe right now.
She's giving
Right?
me mad witch vibes.
She's giving me mad witch vibes.
So,
Sides.
Howard, your
I have-
insight check when she said that the children's reward was payment enough for her, or that the children's happiness was payment enough for her, that was true, but it wasn't everything.
All right. Good to know. Good to know.
And she says, "Well, enjoy your cakes, dears." And she starts walking down the road again.
I was also saying something.
Oh, okay. Then she didn't walk down the road. She's not rude.
Unlike us. Grim kind of chuckles and says, like, I have a ring of my own, and shows her ring.
Kate? I feel like I should know this ring.
It's,
The accidental proposal.
yeah.
Oh, right. And she says, "Oh, that's lovely." And she holds it in her hand and, like, looks at it intently for a moment and says, "Oh, that's lovely." And she winks at you, Emerald.
How does she know?
I
There
didn't
is
say she
visible
knows.
discomfort.
I didn't say she knows shit. She just winked at you. And she says, "Oh, I love it, dearest. Now, if you excuse me, I have a few stops to make before my rounds are done, and these old bones aren't what they used to be."
I very well on your way.
Grim, do you get out of her way?
Yep. I
Are we
get out of
really-
her way.
Are we really turning down the cake delivery side quest right now?
Apparently, yeah.
I didn't know that was an option.
Anything's an option in D&D, my friend. The only things you're required to do in D&D are roll checks and die.
That option.
Anyway, so you guys just let her walk by?
Yes.
Okay. And are you guys going to eat your pies, or are you just going to keep them?
Wait, I thought they were cakes.
Yeah, cakes, pies, whatever.
I'm going to keep my pies now that I've read something that's ulterior.
Don't pour water
What?
on her. She'll get real mad at you. Okay.
Power in character, are we a ways away now?
Yeah, she's quite gone.
Don't eat them.
Why?
Don't eat any of them. I don't. She was not telling the whole truth when she said she was doing it for the joy of a child. I don't think they are.
I
They are
mean, you'll
good.
have been here for quite some time. Nobody in here does anything for the joy of a child.
I agree. That is very suspicious. I have never seen this since we have been in Barovia. There is nothing good here, and I don't
Should-
think this is an exception.
If she is specifically targeting children, should we follow her?
I think we should follow her. But I think we have to keep to our original task.
Should the more stealthy of us follow her to make sure she doesn't target any more children?
If we had our expert tracker here and she could follow her, I think that would be a good
She is
choice.
here contributing meaningfully.
That makes us really difficult to not just send her there then.
No, you're supposed to just gloss over the fact that you have an expert tracker and do it yourselves.
Perhaps you and Candle can go talk to the father, and Emerald and I can follow her and make sure she doesn't steal any children or anything.
Yes, let's split the party.
This is a good option that nothing can go wrong.
Cool. So you Hauer and Candle, you go to talk to the father. And let's resolve this thread first. So Grim and Emerald, you go following the woman.
Sure.
Okay. After
So, for real quick, So the only reason I suggested this is because the last time Jordan was very insistent that we didn't miss a fucking story beat.
Yeah, true.
I mean, you can miss as many story beats as you guys want.
We already have, but you're usually not very insistent.
I'm never insistent about you guys missing story beats. That's
Really?
on you.
You literally was like, "You're sure you want to leave the town while they're having this festival?" And then the Burgomaster
Okay.
is dead when we go
Okay,
back.
fine.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's the one time. That's very different. You guys literally made me write a new plot for a city. That's fucking
Oh.
different than you guys are just gonna let an old woman walk away on her own in the fucking fog.
Is it just me, or did anyone else hear the fucking like Skyrim sound effect for when you unlock a new quest when she started walking off? Like, let's follow up with this shit.
Oh, okay. So I'd like to retcon that we split up the party. I would have like suggested that we've like she's just in the city for the morning. Let's follow her, make sure she doesn't steal any children, and then we'll
I want to
we'll go see the
feed.
father.
I want to feed one of my cakes to one of the bears in the barrage.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. You do so. It eats it readily. It seems to enjoy it.
And I'm readying healing word.
All right. What's the spell level on Healing Word?
It's a first level spell.
Okay, burn that slot.
Done and done.
And because that's what readying a spell means. And yeah, after a bit, the bear looks at you like it's waiting for you to do something, and then it like lays down, closes its eyes, and begins snoring.
Aww. Does it seem okay?
It's asleep. It huffs and shakes one of its legs on occasion.
Can I wake it up?
Do you want to wake up a bear?
Poke the bear.
When would I not want to wake up a bear? I love waking up bears.
Cool. Okay, so you poke it, and it kind of goes, but it doesn't. Wake.
Doesn't seem sedated.
I mean, it's a sleeping bear. They're kind of known for that. Do you want to shake it awake? Like, are you trying to wake it up, or are you just trying to poke it?
I don't know if there's like a medicine or something I can do. I want to see if it's like, does it seem like chemically sedated, or is it just a sleepy bear?
That is a good question. Please make an animal handling check.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself. Ka-chow.
All right, you're fairly convinced that this bear is asleep.
Okay, I leave it at that.
All right. For what it's worth, it seems happy.
Oh,
That's very nice for it and me.
Okay.
perhaps Emerald and I can go up a bit closer, more stealthy. And Grim looks to Candle's entire being, entire clanky being, and Howard's full plate. And perhaps the louder of us can
Yeah, he's
stay
barely
back
awake.
just a little further.
No, he's asleep in a happy place.
It is almost like we could go to see the Father Donovich.
What?
Never mind. We stay together.
Okay, so go ahead and give me stealth checks, Grim and Emerald. Grimmerl. Passed. Failed. Okay, so you follow behind her. She visits some houses, knocks on the doors. No one answers the doors that she's knocking on, and she continues down the road and eventually turns the corner, and you hear her talking to someone.
Where is this in the town?
So she went from about here down to this corner, up here. You guys followed her here, and she's somewhere here talking to someone.
Can we hear what they're talking about?
No, the fog dampens the sound quite a bit. You'll have to get closer.
Okay.
So you get as close as you feel comfortable doing so, and you hear her saying, "Oh, I'll be back tomorrow. Don't worry." And she pats a woman on the cheek. The woman seems quite pale and malnourished, like she hasn't eaten in a while, and she's got a desperate look in her eyes. And you see that her hands come out of the door and hold on to the old woman's for a moment. And it looks like she might actually hurt the old woman, but then she lets go, and you hear her apologize and close the door. And the old woman continues down the road.
Malnourished? Sounds like she could use some cake.
Are you gonna go give her cake?
I already gave it to my bear.
True.
I have more. I gave you more.
Where does the lady continue to? The old lady.
She just continues down the road, knocking on doors occasionally. You note she only knocks on a few. Not all of them.
She knows where the children are then?
It's a pretty bold assumption. You do
How?
remember that that they were talking about how several several houses have been infested with evil creatures, right?
Yes, the ones that are boarded up.
Not just the ones that are boarded up, no. No. There was one actually right next to the store that wasn't boarded up. It was just dark, but you could hear shuffling within.
Every day I'm
Lucian?
shuffling.
What? Every day I'm shuffling.
Yeah, I'll continue to follow her to see if she steals any children.
Okay, she continues up and around and all the way up to here, and she walks through the fog down Main Street, and eventually she leaves the town via this road. Do you continue to follow her?
I look to Grim.
So, Chad, what just happened there is
because
she...
Emerald had way more stealth than Grim did. Grim's kind of
you
sitting
don't know
like
that.
I know, but hear me out. Grim just kind of stands there, or like, kind of half kneels there, looking out into the fog. And Emerald comes up beside Grim, and Grim's like, "Oh fuck!"
So what?
It doesn't help that I can also hide in fog as if it were actually a natural hiding spot for me at Wood Elf Life, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that is actually realistic for me to
Yeah.
just pop out and be like, "Hello."
Just like, what do you think? Oh God, Jesus, fucking yeah.
Anyway, are you guys gonna follow?
She comes here every morning. Perhaps once we've dropped off our package to the abbot.
That is correct, Lavana.
We
The
can
reason she
investigate.
didn't take her
I-
payment today is because she knew she was being followed.
The abbot did mention, like, don't stop at the windmill. Right?
Yes.
Because of some witches. And it might be just stories, but how many witches use sweets to target children?
You are correct.
Okay, are you guys gonna follow?
No.
All right,
At least I'm not going to.
fair enough.
I will not this time.
Okay, understood. So you guys head towards the church.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go talk to Father Donovan.
Okay, you head up to the church this way to speak with Father Donovich.
Yeah.
As you approach the church, you hear a man howling in anguish and rage, screaming, "My boy, my son, what have they
Oh.
done to you?"
I love my son. What's happening with my son?
And we're going to wrap it up there for tonight.
No, my son!
Okay, let's see here. So, for those not in the know, we did a Darkest Dungeon stream a while ago where we named characters, like chat did, and the first one was named My Son. Hey everyone, how's it going? How's everyone feeling?
Very paternal
Very
in this moment.
Yeah, because my son.
Yes, but otherwise, creeped out, but good.
Okay, fair enough. Why are you creeped out?
Because this sweet old lady, in honestly almost any other circumstance, would just be like, I don't get social cues a decent amount of the time. I thought she was a sweet old lady, but because of the context, it's so fucked up. And I hate that about this campaign setting. It ruins everything. I hate it and I love it. This is what I signed up for, and it's very good at that. But like, ooh, jeez.
I perfectly understand that feeling. I also do a thing that makes me cry often. Anyway, so guys, it's the end of the evening, which means, as usual, we're going to do the end of the night vote. The players get to vote for who they liked best as their fellow players. So we'll start with Grim. Oh, and chat, your vote is already up. Grim, who would you like to vote for? Grim.
I was muted. Should we do XP first?
Sure. You guys are level 9. You can have 1100 XP.
Going off the XP that we just received, she's definitely a witch.
Really? Why is that your assumption?
There was
Show your
zero
work.
threat in this entire thing, and you've stated to us that all of the XP that we get is based off of the threat of the encounters and some of the RP.
Okay.
Therefore, us almost following her out of the city meant we almost had to fight a witch.
Is that what that means? I love the you're a DM, Mr. Crown. Surely you understand that not everything the players learn is everything that happens, right?
I'm aware. I'm just
Sound like
enjoying
you're
this.
trying to cover for yourself now, Jordan.
All right, well, vote me off the ship then. But the real killer's still out there.
Sorry, Grim.
It's okay. I would like to eject Jordan because he is sus. I saw
okay.
an event one time.
Okay, hear me out. So the only reason that I killed Keb was because he was acting really sus. So I thought it was best that he die.
I love him
Accurate.
on this.
Anyway, Aki did it. Vote.
So, I gotta give it to Kendall tonight. Keb always makes me laugh with the Kendall does things expressionlessly. And it is such it's just an ongoing meme and I just love it. But Kendall is probably right. He is 3. And it's like
Kendall doesn't
that's
know
probably
exactly
correct.
how old he is.
I know, but like to his knowledge, he might be 3. And I like that kind of I always like extra details about characters, and just Kendall just insisting that, like, I was made 3 years ago. Like, come on.
Fair enough.
Trying to fit
So-
into common society as a robot man is very fun.
Yeah, exactly. So my vote's gonna go to Kendall for tonight.
All right.
Thank you very kindly.
How are you voting?
I am also voting for Kendall for one particular reason, and one particular reason only, that he suggested that we banish the dead body of an innocent burgomaster and then lie to an honest to goodness what seemingly is a good character so far. Just for a simple expediency.
Speedrun strats, boys. Everyone knows that.
It's like, oh man, that was a spicy one that I couldn't let go. So yeah,
Alright,
that
fair enough.
gets my vote.
Kendall, who would you like to vote for?
Keb's like, I've got it.
Run any percent.
Yeah.
Keb's like, I've got one good boy point that I can spend at my nearest 7-Eleven. I mean 610.
Big.
I'm gonna steal a hot dog right off the rack.
Yeah, and then when they're just like, sir, you have to pay for that, you just slap down the attaboy and then you leave.
Attaboy.
If you do anything confidently enough, people will let you do it. Hey, Keb.
I would like to confidently vote for Grim because when you took I can't remember the brother's name right now.
Ismark.
Ismark, yeah. When you took Ismark aside for that conversation with them, I thought that was cool, and I really, really liked how you took him to task about honoring the dead. That was a very real, very in-world moment, and you and Jordan both did great in that scene.
Well, thank you, Keb. I see that you said we both did great, and yet you still voted for Grim over me.
Yeah, because I
Emerald.
like her more.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Emerald, who would you like to vote for? And why is it Keb?
Actually, for the pie, he fed the pie to the bear instead of one of us because, you know, he can't eat. That was really creative in the slight suspicion that the party does kind of have of her being a witch. Just because targeting children, everything like that. That's a good way to test if it is something that is harmful. Yes, it cripples our carriage, but still a really good idea.
All right, fair enough. Well, so Candle, you sweep the player vote. You gain inspiration if you did not already have it. And
Yes.
Mr. Thorn, Black Thorn Man.
Well, howdy. We have an overwhelming vote in favor of Candle from the chat tonight.
Yes.
In combination for calling Emerald a freak, as well as your various high interactions. So congratulations. Go ahead and roll a d10.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, my vote also was for the the off comment of freak. That got I had to clean up my drink from my keyboard. Thanks, Keb.
So this
I absolutely spat it everywhere.
This is the first time that there has been a unanimous vote for one player in a night between chat and the players. It's also the first time that any player, as far as I know, got unanimously voted for by chat. So congratulations, Candle.
This is what I
happen
get
all the
for
time.
this is what I get for coming out as bi. I should do this every week.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, Grim got unanimous vote the first time that she came out.
Yeah, but this is the first time there's been more than one or two people voting. It was 3, but still. All right, and your prize for this amazing achievement, Candle, is a drum roll, please. Potion of healing.
Oh my god.
There was also adamantine half plate, pipes of haunting, and a spell scroll of delayed blast fireball, and a wand of pyrotechnics on this list. You got the worst thing.
Candle definitely shouldn't have got the wand of pyrotechnics, for fuck's sake.
Spell scroll of delayed blast fireball at me. Oh. Yeah. All right. My players, I have a moral question for you. Should double loot apply to chat loot?
Yes.
So at the end of the night, when we do this vote, you get your chat loot, right?
For chat loot, not custom loot though.
Yeah, not custom loot. Hell no.
Yeah, but like end of night loot, sure.
Okay, in that case, Candle, roll 2 more d10 for me.
What?
Because there were 2 double loot rolls.
Yeah. 2,000 channel points were spent on it.
Oh wow.
If I get 2 more healing potions, I'm going to stop playing D&D forever.
That's okay. I'll take your place.
Okay, I have great news for you. You can continue to play D&D because you got a spell scroll of spider climb.
Woo!
Oh, so both you and Emerald can just wander up to...
And a potion of lightning resistance.
Oh my god.
The thing is, here's the thing.
there
Candle
was
needs
a
that
hat
as
of wizardry, our +1 rod of the Pact Keeper.
Oh god, that's
There
really
was
good.
like a moon touched greatsword.
Can you just
Hey.
never tell me this stuff?
Hey, George.
Just please withhold this
George.
information.
A
Hey,
+3
Kev.
arcane grimoire.
Cab.
Stop!
No. I have that scroll is very important because if you think about it, if Candle gets shocked enough, he might switch to only Spanish mode.
Ooh, I do
Oh
like
my
that
God.
a lot.
Factory reset.
Oh my
dear.
goodness.
Me hace preguntas si usted nunca entiende las respuestas.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yes, that.
So hang on, potion of healing, potion of resistance to lightning damage, and spell scroll of spider climb?
Yeah.
Oh my
Um,
goodness, okay.
If Candle takes enough lightning damage, does he then say, "I am Candle, please insert girder"? Anyway, on that lovely Futurama reference, we're gonna wrap it up there for tonight, guys. Thank you everyone for joining me for some D&D. Thank you, my players. I love you all.
Yes.
And thanks everyone in chat for being here. I appreciate you very, very much, as always. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. I not 100% sure what I'm streaming, but let's be real, it might be Final Fantasy. And yeah,
It's
thanks
probably
everybody.
Final Fantasy.
I didn't say that. I'm trying to keep the story on track for chat
Mm-hmm.
for a bit to see
Mhm.
if they like it. So far, reviews have been pretty positive, actually. So at any rate,
Positive.
no, it's not from the Poitiers region of France, so it's just sparkling congratulations. At any rate, thanks. Aki came up with that one. Full disclosure.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's because whenever someone puts like Pog or Poggers in the chat, I always say like, Poitiers, yes, like the kids say. And then Aki one day said, no, it's only Poitiers if it's from the Poitiers region of France. Otherwise, it's just sparkling congratulations.
Poggers. No, it's sparkling poggers.
I like sparkling congratulations better. Anyway, thanks everyone for being here. I will be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard. And until then, I'll catch you in the next one. Bibbles!
Bibble!